So, what's better, to shoot by yourself or to team up with other photographers and shoot together? Will you make less money if more people upload photos from the same shoot? Well, let's find out. Hey guys, my name is Luca and welcome back to my channel. So today's topic was actually intended as a part of another video I'm working on, but I realized that it's much more important than I initially thought, so I decided it deserves its own video. And why is that? Well, actually, without group shoots, I would never be where I am today. I would never have the amount of knowledge I have. I would never do as many photo shoots that I did, and I would probably be doing something else than photography right now. And let me go a little bit deeper into why I think so. So in the beginning, when I started doing stock photography and when I met the first few people who were doing that, I didn't know where to find models, how to direct them, and all that. And I was also very uncomfortable with hiring, shooting and directing models. Because I'm more introverted person, so not very talkative, so yeah, it was hard for me in the beginning to direct models and everything. Also, with the salary that I had, I couldn't afford to hire 4 models for a photo shoot by myself, for example. So if I didn't team up with a few more people back then, I would probably never organize my own photo shoot and turn all this into a profitable full-time business. But a friend who I met at that time had a database of some models already, so we hired 4 models and organized a business shoot in a studio. I remember that each of us paid 60 euros, and that was not so small amount for me back then. And on the shoot I was pretty much quiet all the time and I was just shooting. Of course, images were not very good, but that was quite some years ago and I sold quite a lot from that shoot actually. And from that time on I almost never planned a shoot by myself. It was pretty much always a group shoot. And through all those group shoots I gained a lot of knowledge from people I was shooting with and also confidence for directing the models, talking to them and yeah, all that. So yeah, group shoots are one of the best things that happened to me in this journey. So I encourage you to do the same, especially if you're just starting out. Okay, so let's go through some concerns you may have or arguments against shooting in a group, and also let's go through all the good things of shooting in a group. Okay, one thing that may concern you is that you will sell less because you will all upload similar images to a stock agency. So for example, like if you are 4 photographers, that you will earn 4 times less than if you're shooting alone. Okay, yeah, that's not going to happen. Maybe you'll earn a little bit less than if you're shooting alone, but you have to look from the other side. So yeah, let's try. First thing, you will pay 4 times less for the shoot. I mean, yeah, for a $100 shoot, it's not such a problem, but for a $1,000 shoot, for example, it will make a lot of difference. Second thing, more people, more ideas. Yeah, of course, some of those ideas will be dumb, but yeah, anyway, you never know what sells. So it might be dumb idea to you, but it might sell well. So more ideas you have, the more different images you will get from the shoot. So yeah, let me tell you a story. In 2013, there was an event called iStock London, and iStock organized some group shoots there. There were 3 shoots organized, I think, one with 2 models and 2 shoots with 3 models, if I'm correct, and we could join 2 out of these 3 sessions. But guess how many photographers were there? Probably around 100. So yeah, we all took similar images and of course upload them to iStock. And this picture here, for example, was my bestseller from that shoot, and as you can see, it made me more than $4,750. And of course, there are more images from that shoot that did well. And also my all-time bestseller is from a group shoot. If you don't know which one that is, and if you haven't seen my best-selling images video, you can check it up here and I'll also link it down in the description. So now when we know that earnings are not an issue here, let's also talk about another thing that can be a problem on group shoots, and that is space and timing. And what I mean with that, so space. If you're shooting outdoors, there's probably a lot of space, and if you're 3 or 4 photographers, it won't be an issue. But if you're shooting in a tight space, that can be problematic. You will be in each other's shots, you will be in a way of some other photographer, there will always be somebody in that spot where you want to shoot from, and so on. And timing, well, when working with others, you have to be careful that you won't shoot one scene for too long. Because when it's time to move on to the next scene, there will always be somebody who'll say, oh, can I just take a few more shots here? And then the other photographer will come and say, oh yeah, that's actually a really good idea, let me also take a few images here, and so on and so on. So yeah, never-ending story. If everybody's also shooting video, yeah, that's even worse. And then at the end of the shoot you realize, oh, we didn't do this and this and this. There's no doubt that you can do a lot more in the same time frame when you're shooting alone. What you can do here is to plan how much time you will have for a particular scene and stick to it. But yeah, it is what it is, and you just have to accept that when you're shooting in a group. Okay, let's move to some more benefits of shooting with others. We mentioned a few of them before, but let's mention some more and let's go more into details. The first benefit is that you can learn a lot from each other, even if you're all beginners. When me and my brother started with stock photography, we were often telling each other what we found out online, what we thought would work better in a particular situation, and we gained a lot of knowledge that way. Maybe one of you has better knowledge of lighting a scene and the other one has better knowledge about composition or organization or something else, so you can help each other a lot that way. And if you have the option to work with somebody with more experience in stock photography, that's of course even better. The second thing, you can encourage each other. Me, my brother and 2 other friends, we have a group where we chat, and every time when the statements are out on iStock, we tell each other how much we made that month and we're happy for each other. Well, at least I'm happy when others have a good month, and so on. And also you can compete with each other about how many images you uploaded, how much you earned, or similar things. We also had an agreement for some time that each month somebody else will organize a shoot, and that worked for some time. Because if you're alone, sometimes you're just, yeah, I'll just do that some other day. But when you have somebody who's pushing you and encouraging you, there's more chances that you'll actually do that. For example, sometimes I'm just too lazy to do a shoot. Probably one of the reasons is that I have a lot of images, unprocessed images, sitting on my hard drives. So probably I don't have to shoot for a few months. But then my brother comes, yeah, come on, let's shoot this. This is the topic that sells right now, and so on. And of course, I never regret shooting that, and I'm grateful to him for pushing me sometimes. And that's a plus when you're working with others. Okay, third thing, together you have more resources. So more people know more people who might have an interesting occupation or location for a shoot or something else that can be useful. So maybe you have an aunt who runs a hair salon and your friend has a wife who's a florist, and you can turn all those locations and occupations into stock photos. Or maybe your friend's wife works in a clothing store and you'll get shirts for a shoot at 20% discount. Fourth thing, we talked about this, it's much cheaper when you split expenses for the shoot, especially when you're paying a lot for models and location. And fifth benefit, we also mentioned this one, you will share ideas on the shoot. So more people will have more ideas, and that's usually great, especially in the beginning when you don't know exactly what to do, how to set up a scene, how to direct models, and so on. Also, when we're shooting, we're focused on the scene we're shooting and thinking about how to get the best shot out of it, that sometimes we don't even realize that it would be much better to shoot in the other direction. So maybe another person will see that and you'll all get much better shots. So we can clearly see that there are more pros than cons here. So if you're in doubt, I hope I cleared some things for you. So let me know your thoughts about this topic. Do you shoot alone or in groups, and what you like better? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.